Better hours, better wage, leadership is gonna pay. 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 Better hours, better wage.
What do we do? There's so many of them.
Don't worry, this all will be over soon. Once they realize their grades are gonna slip, they'll start to do their work. Or fail. Not really our problem.
But all they want is fair.
Don't bother me with them. You handle their complaints.
I've stayed behind every day after school for hours editing the segments.
Jeremy said he needed me, but then he left to get Cummy's coffee. He was gone for 4 hours.
I have a family. I have a dog. I need to get paid.
I don't know about this, boss.
Just don't worry about it. They're not going to do it.
Is this a bad idea?
No, I need the exemplary.
Okay.
This week on the transcript.
It's not what it looks like. He made me do it, I swear.
Better hours, better wage, leadership is gonna pay. Better hours, better wage, leadership is gonna pay.
I'm Connor.
And I'm Soren.
And welcome to the Transcript. This week we learn about the new cell phone policy.
MERS Mobile Games returns.
Hamped Up checks out girls soccer.
The Game Show makes its season 15 debut.
Culture Shock visits local record stores.
We find out more about school lunch.
And Money 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 learns about the food industry.
A ceasefire has been declared in the contested Nagorno-Karabakh region, controlled by the ethnically Armenian, but claimed by the Azerbaijan. Armenia is welcoming all refugees, but concerns of genocide are still present. On Tuesday, Massachusetts revamped its health and sex education curriculum to include LGBTQ topics and address various health-related subjects, with a focus on consent and mental well-being. I'm Ellie Hiranandani, and thanks for watching.
Starting on September 6th, the school district will begin a new plan to lower the amount of cell phone usage in order to ensure more focused learning time. In past years, there have been other policies which have been less enforced on the student body. This policy includes expectations of phones being in the caddy at all times, the phone caddy will be used to take attendance in the class, and 3 strikes until punishment for violating the policy. This week, we interviewed the staff and students on their thoughts, feelings, and opinions on this new policy to be enforced.
Cell phones affect the learning environment in the classroom because you can't do 2 things at once. And if people are going to be focusing on reading or writing or having a discussion, they can't have music in and they can't be scrolling. I hope the new cell phone policy will bring positive change. I think if students see it as not a punishment, but as a gift of being able to be present in the classroom with their colleagues and their teacher and the material, we're not trying to punish anyone. We just want people to be able to focus and dive deep into their academics.
I'm hoping it will be good because at least it will provide cohesion to how all teachers are doing it. So it's not like, oh, well, in this classroom I get to do this. Well, in this classroom I get to do this.
So in the past years, it's been teacher to teacher on the cell phone policies. Some of our teachers will make us put our phones in the caddy and they'll be really strict about it and hand out like penalties if you don't do it. And then other teachers just trust us and say if you're not on your phone, like you can leave it in your bag.
The last year, what I noticed is that there were classrooms where the teachers were using policies. You know, they were pretty good about using the caddy, and what I observed is students were more focused. The things we considered as we were developing the cell phone policy were the impact of cell phones on learning, but also on what we understand more and more about the impact of cell phones on students' well-being. What I've observed so far, teachers have done a great job of trying to make it work, being understanding of students' experience and perspective. And also I've seen students really kind of willingness to try and make it work. And that's just been tremendous. So already I've had students come up to me kind of surprised and say, huh, it's actually kind of working. So that's really positive. And I think that over time, as it becomes a habit and we get used to it, it'll be easier and easier. And I think there'll be some real positive benefits for students.
This week on Hamped Up, we're checking in with the girls' varsity soccer team. There are many new freshmen on the team, and their season so far has been phenomenal as they are undefeated. Let's talk to some of the new freshman girls on the team to see how they're feeling about the high-stakes varsity environment. We'll also speak to the captains about the new group and how it feels leading a team with many younger players.
Y'all ready for this?
Being on a team with upperclassmen, it's a little intimidating, but you have so many people to rely on, and it's really helpful.
I feel like it is a good experience for freshmen to be able to be on a team with upperclassmen because I love to be able to see everyone in the halls and know a bunch of familiar faces.
It's really intimidating, but like at the same time, I really like it because like you have older people who you can like feel comfortable talking to things with.
Being on varsity my freshman year is going to affect me because I feel like I'm jumping into high school way quicker than a lot of other freshmen, and it's going to probably be like that for the next 3 years.
I think starting on varsity as my first year is going to be maybe difficult if I don't make it next year.
It's a better chance for me to be able to get on varsity the years ahead of me. It's just a great learning opportunity.
Having a lot of freshmen on varsity, I wouldn't say gave a negative impact on our team season so far. I feel like if of anything, it's more of a positive impact because we don't really have a lot of upperclassmen in general, so it just kind of, we're all pretty close like in age and understanding, and we're all very close like in friend-wise and all that.
This year I think our team is super close because there's not many upperclassmen, so there's not a huge divide in the grades. So I think it's helpful that there's like a lot of them so everyone can get along.
This is probably the first year that we've had like over 5 freshmen on varsity, I think, for a while now.
They feel much more comfortable because there are 7 of them, so they don't have to like go up to a bunch of seniors and try to like work their way into their groups. Our groups kind of just mix. We're definitely a really young team, but it has been really nice and a big change from recent years.
Hope you enjoyed this view of the team. We wish luck to all the incoming freshmen this year in their athletic endeavors. Thanks for watching Hamped Up, and see you next time.
With the release of the iPod in the early 2000s, many people switched to digital music due to the convenience and price. Lots of people see physical media as a relic of the past due to being able to access almost any song by the click of a button. Despite this, there is still a thriving community of people who enjoy and collect physical media, especially in the city of Northampton, which is the home of 4 different used record stores. With the popularization of streaming services, many people sold their record collections, making collecting them a much more affordable hobby. Today we will be checking out 2 different record stores in Northampton, including Turn It Up in downtown and Electric Eye in Florence.
Turn It Up opened in 1995. Patrick and his wife Chandra wanted to kind of have, I think, sort of the same used record stores or just type of record stores that exist in the Boston area. They both used to work at the Holyoke Mall together, and that's how I knew them when I was first record shopping as a teenager. And then years later I'm working here. Yeah, they've been around, we're going on 28 years now. I think I collect music just because I like having physical copies. You know, sometimes you can't find a record, or you can't find an album online streaming, so you know the next best bet is to just try to find a physical copy of it. I like being able to have something in the car or just to carry with me. I like having, I like the portability of it.
I had an MP3 player. I download stuff off the internet. I listen to stuff on my phone, but I still collect records because I find them interesting.
The rise of digital media for me, I just noticed, I think, more people reacting to it that come into the store. They are looking for, you know, not just being able to stream it, you know, on Spotify, but they also they want a physical copy. They would like to own it. When I was a teenager in the 90s, the internet was just kind of starting up, and it was great to have, but it was never really a good enough substitute for somebody like me, who always wanted to have CDs and records and tapes and things like that.
I've always collected records. Records are inherently collectible. I'm not a kind of person to say a record is better. I'm not in that debate whether one format is better over another, but records have lasted since the 40s. They're still here. So there has to be some kind of reason why it has so much longevity.
Make sure to buy used records and support your local record store. Thanks for watching Culture Shock.
Last year, Northampton High School began offering free lunch for all students. This Massachusetts law was passed requiring all schools to provide free lunch regardless of need. Unfortunately, since students are required to take one of each food group, there is a lot of waste produced. There is 533,000 tons of waste produced each year, and this just adds to that. We talked to lunch personnel, administration, and students to get their insight on the amount of school lunch that is thrown away and wasted.
How does the free school meal program work? It is a federally reimbursed program that requires public schools to offer during certain times of the day. So at breakfast, we are offering certain components, and students have to take at least 3 items, one of which has to be a fruit and or vegetable. And it works the same for lunch. So we offer 5 components, and students have to take 3 items, one of which has to be a fruit or vegetable, and then it is qualified as a free meal.
What I had for lunch today was I just had like a salad from the salad bar, which I love, by the way. And I didn't really throw away a lot. I ate it all. It was good.
I usually get school lunch every day. I usually only eat like the main part of the meal, like the burger, and maybe like if they have fries, I'll eat the fries. But honestly, I'm going to say I throw away like 45 to 60% of the lunch most of the time.
Like if it's really terrible and there's no like good sandwich or salad or anything, then I won't get anything. But this new salad bar is really great because you can like make your own salad, and like you don't have to like be sad when there's vegetables.
I'm Mur.
And I'm Durrell.
And welcome back to Mur's Mobile Games.
We're on the hunt to discover NHS's most loved games.
The ones you can play on school Wi-Fi.
This week we discovered BitLife, a simulation game where you can take control of a character's life, making important decisions along the way.
We talked to students to get their opinions on the game and how it's impacted their lives.
When did I start playing BitLife? I think I started playing it around at like the start of 8th grade.
When did I start playing this game? I started playing like summer before freshman year.
My screen time for the game I think would be about like an hour and 30 minutes twice a week.
Probably like an hour-ish, like a day on average.
Best thing to do on BitLife, I think, with just like the amount of choices you have, like the freedom to be like whatever you want. Like you could be like a doctor, astronaut. Even like now, I think they're like gonna have like a vampire. You could be like a vampire, which is really cool.
Honestly, like different like challenges. Like I like to either like try to get really rich or become like a famous athlete or like fight a lot of people.
My current storyline in BitLife, I think I'm a Ukrainian baby.
My current storyline, I think I'm just a baby. Right now, I'm Alia Spinks. I'm from Australia. I'm a primary school student, but I have like a little basketball next to my name, so that means I'm going to be really athletic, supposedly.
I have spent money on this game. I have God mode, so I have like a lot more choices. I can actually like choose if I'm like a princess or not in a life.
Thanks so much for watching.
If you have any game requests, email it to NHS Technology. Thanks so much and see you next week. Welcome back to Money, 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 a segment dedicated to highlighting local job opportunities for Northampton High School students. A popular job option for teenagers is the food industry, as it is an entry-level job that provides opportunities to get life skills experiences. This week, we go to Fitzwillies, located in the heart of downtown Northampton, and talk to several students working in the food industry to see how their experience affects their life.
So as far as responsibilities for high school employees within the restaurant, generally kind of entry-level positions such as hosting tables, dishwashing, those are the kind of two positions we'll hire high schoolers for. Both are great positions in the restaurant industry. Gives you an entryway to kind of snap into this world and get a feel for what's going on here. For someone who may not want to go on to college, there's a lot of room for growth in the restaurant industry. It is a great fallback for many people, whether you're in college, whether you're in high school. No matter where you go in the world, there's a restaurant. There's customer service needed somewhere.
There's definitely challenges with the rushing and understaffment. Normally when we have understaffed and we're in the middle of a rush, our times tend to go a lot farther. I've definitely gotten a lot better at multitasking and communication with workers, customers, and all of that. Some good friendships. Definitely with the multitasking, I could be able to do a lot more things at once and get more work done. And with the communication, definitely helping maybe in customer service or in those types of jobs.
The challenges for working in the food industry for me, it's definitely, since I work in a food truck, it's very crowded, so you have to learn how to cooperate with people and also work very quickly and efficiently. So it's definitely like trying to keep your temper, trying to keep things going. It's just like trying to stay on task is really important. I've gotten really good at like making food and sandwiches. I've gotten good at better at talking to people. Like customer service is very important to learn and not getting annoyed with people even if they get annoyed with you.
If you would like to apply to Fitzwillies, check out the link below. Thanks for watching and see you next week.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Game Show. This week we have
Ryan, James,
Leo,
Kai.
And this week we're playing Chain Reaction, a game where you're given 2 words and you have to make a chain between them. So the rules of Chain Reaction, you're given 2 words and 5 blank spaces. You start with the top word, which is Roger. You can ask what the first letter is of the next word or the word after the bottom word, which is Shaft. So, for example, hey, you guys go first. Where do you want the first letter?
The top.
Give me the letter below Roger, please.
Buzz. It's Roger. Roger.
You are wrong.
I'm gonna guess rabbit.
You got it right. You get 10 points. Woo! Where do you want the next letter?
Below rabbit, please.
Below rabbit, please.
Funny. Frog. God. No.
Wrong.
Just didn't make too much sense.
Back to you guys.
Can we skip? Too much sense.
You can always just go to the last word.
Oh yeah, give me first letter, second to last word. Yeah. Elevator. That's correct. Let's go! What is that? Elevator. Alright. Oh, letter above elevator. Simple but with an E.
No.
Is this a pop culture reference?
No.
No. What is this a reference to?
It's not a reference. It's just common things.
Yes.
Sensed.
No.
Oh.
What?
Foo Fighters.
Food. Yeah, that's right.
Why does that take us
so
so long?
Dumb. Can we get
What's
the
next?
letter below?
It's not your turn.
Yeah, can we get the letter below food? Yeah. Oh, it's a D.
Is it dinner?
No.
Is that your
Diner.
Wrong.
Drive.
No.
Just like me.
Sanchez.
For elevator? No.
Do you support the UAG writers' strike? It's WG.
Next question.
Wow. Food. Driven.
No.
Oh, dropped.
No. I will say that they were close with driven.
Food. Determinate.
No.
Delivery.
Yes.
Secret.
No.
Service.
Elevator.
Service.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go! Did we win? Oh no, Please let this I be over lost. with.
Thanks so much for watching. Theater Tech Club begins next Monday from 3:45 to 4:45 in the auditorium.
Come check it out for all things sound, lighting, and more. See you next week.
Talking about the transcript.